Alright, quicker page today. Because yesterday's was woo! Tomorrow's is going to be the same way. I've got a great idea for it. We made chocolate covered pretzels, and I've got this whole plan for it. I got to clean up my mess, you guys. My room looks like a bomb hit it. This time of year is stressful for me because I like to do all the things, but I don't like the mess it makes. Alright, so today's page, I'm just going to I cut out a piece of P13 paper, which is this one, and then I cut out some accents out of a matching P13 paper. P13 has new paper out on scrapbook.com. Yes, I'm ordering. And then last night I was playing with some stickles and some Lumiere paint, and I don't know, I'm not going to use the Lumiere paint. It's the wrong, it's pretty close, but I could put it on the ball. I don't know, I might. Anyway, so I was playing with that, and then I was decided it needed some bling, and so I dug out my glitter hologram, whatever shape that is, and I thought I would glue some of those with my art glitter glue, and hopefully they'll stay. I was going to do some embossing, but I don't think I will today on that. And then I found some silver and red nail tape, and I don't know how well this stuff sticks, but I thought, oh, it sticks to the bag. I thought if I can, it's really old, that I could maybe do a line, a glitter, it's shiny, maybe
it's
something.
10:15.
It's 10:15, something with that. And so, yeah, hopefully this is going to be quick. But move everything over and get these are I cut 2 pieces of paper the size of my journal, and I've been using it to lay my pages out because it's gotten so fat that everything just slides down when I'm trying to lay it out. So, and then I have some of that red foil paper I did earlier in the month that I'm going to cut the date out of. Today is about strawberries. My strawberry plants have strawberries on them. I have to say that those are gone now. We ate them. It was really good. These are the wrong kind of strawberries. They're vining strawberries, not bush strawberries, so they're not really meant to grow in small spaces, but they were free because they were in my yard. So now that I know strawberries do really well in the house, I'm going to, in the spring, buy some bush type ones so I can just keep them in the house. And then we had taters for breakfast because taters are life. And remember the other day when I said, oh, the weather outside is not so frightful? Yeah, it snowed. Although a couple days later it's starting to melt off and it'll pretty much be gone because I think we're supposed to be in the 50s this week. But it did snow. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to count it, right? Okay, so let's do the big one here, big mambo jumbo one here first, and then we'll move on to the little ones, and go from there. But I will say that I got Joshua to work yesterday in the snow and ice, and we lived, obviously, because pie. But yep, I made it. Our street out in front of our house was total crap. And I thought, oh my God, because getting into Target's easy, it's downhill. My problem is you can't go out the same way you go in. So the ways to get out are kind of awful, to be honest, and steep, and if it's icy, they're evil. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get out of here? And pretty much spent the whole day stressing over it. You can laugh, I did. And so I got down there, dropped him off, waved goodbye, and remember me, kind of waving. And went to leave Target. I thought, okay, well, it all looks about the same. Target parking lot was really cleaned out really good. And I want space down here for the date. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go up and over. And because that's the way I usually leave, but it's a really steep, like winding hill to get up, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm brave. Completely fine. The big hill was completely fine. And I get to the top. It's a solid sheet of ice all the way to Main Street. And I'm like, shit. So I get through the upper parking lot, and I'm like, oh, phew, okay. But I'm all worried now, because if that's what if the upper is like, Maine's gonna be a nightmare. And I get up there completely dry. So I stressed all the way to Target, because our secondary main road, if you will, was an absolute slushy, icy, snowy nightmare, and how I'm going to get home, and I almost didn't want to make it, and yada yada. And Main Street was completely clear. I was like, son of a flea hive. And so, yeah. So I should have just gone that way and it'd have been fine. Except for it's hard to get into Target that way, but whatever. No drama in my life. See, everybody else has real worries, right? You know, those real worries, you know, finances, health, that kind of stuff. Oh no, mine is getting to town in the snow. Yeah. But anyways, he's got to work again tonight, and the snow is pretty much melted off, so it'll all be fine. But yeah, so as usual, it was a whole lot of worrying for absolutely no reason. And in general, my anxiety has really changed. It's so much better now. Not much phases me anymore, but a lot of my anxiety came when Joshua was born, and I just couldn't be the one that hurt him. I couldn't be the one that took the risk and blah blah blah. And what that stupid thinking did was basically cripple me for 20 years. And my family pretty much enabled it, and yeah, so it's a long hill to come out of the turd pile, but I'm getting there. I'm better. Ooh, sliver. What? How do I get a sliver? Okay, that was weird. I don't know what I got a sliver on, but okay. Anyways, so that's my drama, which is not much drama. I mean, there are real world problems out there, but that shows that that's pretty much all the struggle I have. I don't have a stressful life. I mean, it used to be stressful, mostly in my head. I have looked back over the years and realized that 99.9% of all the drama that I have was I either let somebody else rile me up into thinking life was coming to an end, or I did it to myself. Either way, almost always, it was never as bad as it was, everybody portrayed it to be. If I had one bit of advice to my past self, it would be relax. Shit's gonna hit the fan whether you stress over it or not. Just go with it. That would have been my advice. Because the fact is that the shoe is gonna drop whether you prepare for it or not. And that simple thinking would have changed a lot for me if I had, basically realized that it didn't matter. But, hindsight works like that, right? You figure out later that, well, that wasn't that big of a deal. And then you feel like an idiot because you're like, duh. But I don't know. I wish if I had it to do again, I wish I had not let other people influence me so much. I wish that I had just done what I thought felt right and trusted myself to accept the consequences of right or wrong on what I wanted to do. Because I spent probably most of my life, the larger chunk of it, doing what everybody else said I was supposed to do. What the normal thing was that people are supposed to do. By a certain age, you're supposed to do this. By a certain date, you're supposed to do this. Normal people have 4.8 children, 6 cats in a house. Normal people do eat meat and cheese. Normal people are sick. Normal people fight with their children. Whatever it is. And I wish that if I could do it all again, I would say consequences be damned. Go with what your gut says. Mostly because at the end of the day, every time I said, let's just do it this way, it's what feels right. Even if I take out society out of the equation, if I take normal, quote unquote normal, out of the equation, am I happy? Do I like what I'm doing? Sorry, I can't line up and think. Who cares about it? Do I care about it, or do they care about it? Am I doing it because somebody else cares about it? Because, we homeschooled, and for the years and years and years, it felt like we were weird, okay? Which is so funny because we were just ahead of the curve, because now 2020, everybody's homeschooling, and I'm just like, see? And we were weird, eh? The funny part is what I hear people say, oh my God, I didn't know it was like this, I love it, or whatever it is, and you're kind of like, yeah. Because we are so programmed to follow the normal. By 16, you have to drive. That's normal. By 18, you have to move out of your parents' house. That's normal. And in the end, we do a lot of normal things that are really uncomfortable because they're not normal for us. Hold on, I gotta get ATG tape. So now when I get stressed out about something, I say, inside these walls, how does it work for me? And if it works for me, then I go with it. If I say, if it doesn't work for people that are outside these walls, but it has nothing to do with them, then why do I care? Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it. But, what happened here? Oh, wait, I gotta go around. Oh, there we go. Well, I was making that really, really difficult. Wait a minute. I always have trouble with this roll. Not that they're hard, I just can't get it started, ever. What did I do? Oh, here we go. Nope. I can't think. I don't know why this is so difficult. It's not difficult. I make it difficult every single time. And that's because I'm putting it on backwards, that's why. Got it. I'm a nerd. I tried to do it my way and it didn't work. There we go. If I just wouldn't try to work it, I try to roll it the wrong way. Just pull and go. Just pull and go.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30. Anyway, so that's the question that I use now, is if nobody outside these doors were to find out about it, what do I feel about it? And if I feel that I like it, this is what I enjoy, this is what I wish I was doing, this is how I want it to be, then I don't worry about what people on the outside would think about it, and I go with it, because then I know that that is going to work for me. Or if it doesn't work, it's because I decided to try something different. And so my number one thing the last couple of years has to embrace not being normal, because there's nothing good about being normal. There's just nothing good about it. Normal is people with heart disease. Normal is obesity. Normal is being broke. Normal is credit card debt. Normal is owing a ton of money that's bills left to your children when you die. Normal is being sick. Normal is all of these, having particular rooms for people that never come to your house. Normal is all of these things that we do because society says we were supposed to do it, not because we want to do it. And so if you walk in my house, there isn't a normal thing in it except for bathrooms. The bathrooms are normal. I mean, if you walk in the front door, you walk into a room that's a little bit of everything. It's supposed to be a dining room, but we never did the dining room thing. And so you walk in and you've got my husband's desk area and a jacket area, and then you walk a little further in and there's a big growing shelving unit full of growing stuff. And then there's a whole wall that has 2 refrigerators and 2 huge storage cabinets and a coffee maker. And then you come in, there's another island, and it's all made with different pieces of furniture and mismatched and all of this kind of stuff. And then there's the kitchen, and you walk into the kitchen, and the kitchen's relatively normal, except for the house is built funny. And then you walk into my room, which is technically the living room, but it's not a living room. There is a couch, but I use it for laundry. But it's my craft room, and that kind of stuff. And then we have a laundry room, which is a hallway / laundry room. My bedroom's relatively the same, normal, except for I have a big grow station in there too, and a cat tree. And then there's Joshua's room, which is, if you put a wall up between it, down the middle of it, one side is normal. It's a bed and desk and computer and stuff and a cat tree. The other side's an entire room of growing plants. So if I worried about what people were going to think when they walked in my house, I wouldn't have any of that. I'd have a normal living room and a normal dining room and a normal things. But because we live here more than anybody ever comes to our house, I decided that we would just live in the house. And if people don't like it, they don't have to come in. And in general, I don't let people into the house. It's not because I'm embarrassed my house is clean and picked up. Well, my room's not right now, but that kind of thing. But the fact is that inside my house is my home. It doesn't need to have people in it. And that's how I feel about it, is this is our place to be. And we don't, that might change if we had lots of family and that kind of stuff, but we don't. And I'm okay with that because the family I've got is anyways. And so I use every square inch of my house. Every square inch. For not much normal. You've seen pictures. But it was a freeing thing. It gives me the freedom to take a breath and say, are you reacting to this because it's going against society's normal, or are you reacting to this because you don't want to do this way? And if it's because I'm just being a weenie, that's one thing. But if it's because, you're supposed to have a 20-year-old that's married with 4 kids and has a full-time job and drives, that's normal. Then that sets my anxiety off, because that's what other people's normal is putting on me. The reality is that I have a 20-year-old who has a part-time job living at home, and he's saving money. And I am happy with that. He is happy with that. You tell people that, and they give you this look like, oh, I'm so sorry for you. Like, apparently I'm supposed to be disappointed or something. But so that's what the freedom of giving up normal is to us, is the fact that it gives you breathing space. Are you reacting because of what someone might think, or because you genuinely are distressed over what's going on? And about 90% of my overreaction comes from, what will people think? What will people think of me? And I'm always way more negative about what I think people will think of me than what people actually think of me. Unless you're my family, and then I know what you think of me, and I don't care. But I don't hurt people. I don't do negativity. I don't mind people's business. And I like to think that what you put out comes back. So be careful, because that boomerang smacks. Shiny! I hope this is December 12th. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I love that. I love these Sizzix numbers and letters. I need more. All right. So, with that, we're going to do some little glitteries. But But yeah, I mean, maybe I'm the only one that even thinks that way, but I just don't have time for it. I don't have mental time. I don't have, I have physical time. I just don't have mental time to dedicate to it. There's too many good things in life to be worrying about what somebody else thinks about you. I mean, that's why I quit YouTubing, is because I just couldn't deal with my family drama. I had allowed them to absolutely suck the joy out of so many things. And when I think back about it, was so not worth it. It was so not worth it. They were so not worth it. And I'm trying to recapture my joys that I can't blame them because I allowed it to happen. But it's back to that normal thing of what you're supposed to do. And yeah, not so much anymore. I hope these stick and stay, man. So that was my Psychology 405 for the day. Do you function on normal? Meaning, do you ever look at your life and you think, I really love doing it this way, but people would think weird of me about something or whatever, and so I don't do it. But I really wish I did it, But yeah, it's kind of freeing when you... Oop, air bubble. I mean, it's a constant work in progress, because society is... Well, look at COVID. There's a prime example of follow the pack. But, whoops, where did my stash go? I don't know. I find that I'm happiest in my life when I'm in my own little world. People will judge me anyways, so I might as well enjoy what I'm doing. Weirdest thing was, I found that as I got healthier and skinnier, the more I lost friends. I didn't have all the illnesses and things to complain about and life issues and stuff, because as I got thinner and healthier, life was easier to handle. And I don't know, positivity doesn't attract, I don't think, very well. And it's rough also to be able to stay friends with somebody who doesn't want to do better for me. Anyways, that makes it difficult for me. I'm not real good at excuses anymore. I understand, but at some point you have to make a choice, and you have to just say, that's enough of that shit. It's time to do something different because it's not working. And I'm usually slow to the party, but when I get the light bulb moment, I'd like to think I'd take it. But that's what got me back onto doing YouTube, is the fact that I used to love it, but due to family drama, I couldn't deal with them knowing anything. All right. I need a little bit of silver, right? I'm melting my stencils in the oven. I'm trying to dye paper, coffee dye paper, and I got this brilliant idea of using stencils. And yeah, then I thought, well, let's hurry it up and put it in the oven. So I better go look at that, and I'm almost done here anyways. But I should finish that other thought that I understand that not everybody can make changes, but what I don't understand is when you see that there's a way to change and you don't, yet you choose to continue to complain, and I don't get that. So it's cost me friends. I don't wallow well. I'm more of a done and over person. I'm like, oh, done. That didn't work. Next. I'm over it. I don't think this tape is going to work. Plus, I'm not sure how to even get it off of there. All right. Well, I'm not going to fiddle with that on screen because I can't even find the end. Wait. End? Nope. If I figure it out, you'll see it in the photos. But anyways, this is what I'm doing for today. Strawberries, taters are life, and snow. And then I got the glittery, you probably can't tell, but there's glittery. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that because like I said, tomorrow's page is going to be a big, big page. And yeah, so buck the normal. Buck the trend. Be you. Be who makes you happy. You know, this is my philosophy for the day. My 2 cents, take it or leave it, is the fact that at the end of the day, if you enjoy it, if it feels good to you, then you should do it. Screw normal, because normal is not healthy. Normal is not paid off. Normal is not happy. The normals in today's society are not good normals, and we need to change them. So I vote we be abnormal and do our thing. You guys have a wonderful day. Pictures will be next. I do have a little bit of footage for some of the coffee dyeing and mess that I've got going just for fun. I'm going to throw it at the end and let you see that mess and what I'm doing. But I hope you had a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.
It's 10:45.
And it's 10:45. Later.